start session.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to the last part of our successful branding series. My name is Danielle, and we're going to talk about part 4. This is called Branding a Startup Business. So again, branding is a way of giving your name of your company or your product or services an identity. So give an identity to your products or services. That means that everyone can easily remember your products and services whenever they see your logo or your company picture, like the Nike symbol. Very easy to remember that company, right? So it's very memorable, very easy to remember. So a startup business, that of course is a business that's just starting, a new business. Okay, let's go to the first page of our lesson. Here is the introduction. Let's read this paragraph together. Is your business or the company that you work for a fairly new venture? Remember this word venture from our last lesson on branding? Venture is like a new, exciting business opportunity that many people have used their money to invest in. It's called a venture. Okay, so is your business or the company you work for a new venture? Has your company created a brand for itself, or is it planning to? So have you created a unique identity, a special identity that everyone can see very easily and that people will recognize and know? It will be familiar. Okay. Well, starting a brand when you're starting a new company is very important. It's just as important as the building that your business is in. It's an essential part. But the important thing is not to try and be cheap, because if you don't spend very much money on your brand and you think, oh, it's just a brand, it's secondary, my building is more important. Well, actually, the brand is equally as important. And if you do it wrong when you first begin your business, then it can cause some major problems later that you cannot easily solve, and that will cost you money later. So when you brand, do it correctly. We talked about this in one of the earlier parts of this series when we were talking about creating logo designs and things like that. Right? It's very important to start correctly and to invest the appropriate amount of money into this. Okay, so let's begin the reading. Here's the first page. Let's read this page together. For startup and small businesses, make sure you pronounce says, small businesses, branding often takes a back seat to all of the other considerations, such as funding and product development. This is unfortunate, for a company's brand can be vital to its success. Dollar for dollar, it is as important and needed as any other startup activity. So this is what I was just talking about. A beginning startup business, sometimes the branding will take a back seat. This is an expression in English. It means, for example, if you're driving in a car, and usually you have, some other people driving in the car with you, and maybe you will say to your friend, you can sit here, right? Or maybe someone very important will sit here. So if there's an important person, like maybe your grandmother, she should probably sit in the front seat. And maybe your children will sit in the back, because the grandmother is very important, so she gets the front seat, right?